Hi guys, how are you? Today I would like to go through with you through the 1995 Lego Catalogue. I've seen that on YouTube there's no reviews of the catalogs from 1994 and 1995, so I thought it would be a good idea to upload a couple of videos just for you who wanted to go through them very briefly and for the sake of nostalgia, I will say, okay, and childhood memories. It's big catalog is the complete version, so I'm not gonna waste any more time, and I'm gonna try not to make this video too long. So for this reason, I'm gonna go quite fast on some pages where I don't think there's going to be much interesting. I never really I haven't been looking at this catalog for quite a long time, so I don't really know much what is going to be in the following pages, but yeah, let's do it. Duplo to start. Duplo team for the very young kids, you know, not much here to say, just a few very big blocky pieces just to make sure that the kids were not going to try to eat them and choke on them, simple as it is. So I'm going to be pretty fast on these pages. If you guys have any story or anything particular that should be highlighted about these pages, about these sets, feel free to comment down in the comment section, guys, and I'll be more than happy to read your what you had to say about it. Okay, trains here, all non-electric stuff, obviously, for obvious reasons. This is a bit of playhouse, just the female, I mean Duplo with a bit of a twist to appeal more to females. Yeah, not much more here. I'm just gonna spend a second maybe because yeah, you had to use tools here to put everything together. Freestyle, what is this? This looks like it's just the classic basic, maybe just with a different name. What you could buy, you can see here from in this picture you were buying buckets full of random pieces, and then you were just gonna get on with it and buy and try to build whatever was coming up into your mind. Yeah, you can see a lot of examples here using a lot of different things from different teams. Good stuff. Belleville, I don't know, never it doesn't use minifigures, so I never really saw this set as a Lego set, but I'm talking about when I was a kid, so you know, well, it was a bit more difficult for me to understand some things about how much variety there can be within the Lego world, let's say. Now we start to move to something more recognizable, more Lego-ish into Lego, is the Paradisa team, sorry, actually. Something that never really appealed to me as a kid, being a male, but I always recognize this team to have a very strong personality, so I'm gonna close. It's a very nice scene, the one we just saw, but I'm gonna zoom a bit closer for you guys to see the sets. As you can see, they're very nice sets, a lot of care on the design, and yeah, definitely great personality on the team. Now we move to town, so we move to the core of the catalog. This was an year of big changes, big news, because for the first time between 1994 and 1995 there were sets with space shuttles, which were never introduced before. It's a pretty nice scene over here. I'm gonna do a bit of close-up, so you can get to see also every single set properly. Yes, they were like with the base launch and the very new stuff. I remember, like, when I wasn't into Lego anymore already, yeah, because the last year when I was into Legos was about 1994. Then in 1995 I was starting like leaving because I was starting to grow up and just like start focusing my interest on other stuff. But I do remember like these few pages, and I do remember about the shuttles that were big news for the time. Now here we move to city scenes, or more harbor, a mix of harbor and city scene. This was a huge, very well made set, I think, because it was there was so much playability here. You had boats, plane, crane, vans, restaurant, there's so much into it. Here police, I have this base, I had it when I was a kid. It was a huge effort from my parents to buy it because it was very expensive, so it has a special place in my heart, I would say. I'm taking very special care of it to make sure that over the years it will remain very well preserved. So now let's zoom, guys, I'm gonna zoom in and out a lot, sorry about that, you know, it's just due to the nature of the type of the review, I'm afraid. Racing stuff, always very exciting because, you know, there's a lot of action involved, a lot of playability, and in this page, so yeah, very nice stuff. I always been very attracted to this stuff, to this type of sets. As you can have a look here, a bit of a close-up. I had this one when I was a kid, played like crazy with it. Some little set, mixed sets, always like race stuff, you know. What I used to do with this set that could have been done with this as well is that you just use the spare bricks to build layouts in circuits, and then you were just gonna play like crazy with the cars and stuff. I spent hours and hours on doing that when I was a kid. Here we move to a bit different stuff, leisure and random vehicles, city vehicles. I had some of these sets, some when I got some of these when I was a kid, some a bit later in life when I started collecting for the sake of childhood memories. Fire. This is a nice scene that puts on the main focus. Oh, sorry guys. It puts on focus this wagon that was very interesting. I'm gonna zoom up here, which was a very big, but you know, you had to have the trains for this one. I never had a train when I was a kid because they was just too expensive. My parents really couldn't afford it. But yeah, there was always been a lot of attraction for me for that. I think every kid was actually attracted to that. Now we move page after, very nice container at the port. It's with a crane, a lot of playability here as well. If you were a kid and you had both the train and this one, I think you were gonna be sorted for months in terms of playing with it and not run out of ideas or get bored with that. This beautiful train, I like it. Very nice train. I like the design, the playability as well. Metroliner, one of the best trains ever made, the Lego ever made. Here is some smaller sets with wagons and cars and stuff, but obviously you could focus on these ones only if you already had a train. Otherwise it was going to be a bit pointless. Ships, these two never particularly inspired me. I've never been into ships. I don't know, I was more into the Lego town. And before we move to the next page, I would like to show you guys this layout, this little scene that was set up, and I think it's very nice because it doesn't have many elements, but still gives a good feeling, you know, looking at it. So, now we move to a completely different set, Pirates, something that never really appealed me as a kid. I also never had any set, so that didn't help, you know, to make me build any attachment to that, but obviously that's my personal story. So if you guys have very different feelings or anything to say about these things, feel free to post in the comment section and say something about it. Especially what I would like to see is some Pirates layout. I don't know if you guys have any. I've been looking through YouTube to see if I could find any Lego collector having not a Lego layout made of not a Lego city, I would say, but like more a layout made of pirate set, but I never really found anything. So if you guys have anything, feel free to let me know, so I would be more than happy to check out your videos, okay? Yeah, we moved to Castle. I don't remember much about this stuff. I was already leaving Lego, so so I was focused only on the city teams, and then about this page, so I was really not spending much time. But you guys, you know, feel to take your time to have a look. I'm just gonna do a zoom in, guys, as usual, to give you a bit of close up of the teams. This train here, sorry, this castle was using these large base plates, but that was not very Lego-ish. I never really liked them or any sets involving these base plate because they are just not Lego-ish. Half of the set, also this one was very weird. It's even a different shape. It's just very well. The whole castle is very nice anyway. Obviously, that is because maybe the base is pretty low compared to the other. But yeah, it's not a very Lego-ish thing, so always got me a bit not very excited about. This one is a different story. For example, this one is made with a flat base plate, you know, everything is built with bricks, and this makes much more sense. For example, I really like a lot more this set other than this one personally, just for that reason. Now we move to completely different set. Once again, was maybe a new set. Yes, this is Aqua Zone, was new from 1995. I do remember just spending like very few moments looking at these pages. I was going out of Lego, and this thing didn't appeal me particularly. Even if I have to say the Aquanauts is good stuff. Looking at these teams quite lots of years after, I can say that the look also of these bays is pretty interesting. You guys tell me if you have any stories, anything to say about it. Maybe, you know, you were a bit younger than me, and then while I was already like leaving Lego, maybe you guys were actually totally into it still, so you might have different opinion on about it. Space, interesting. It's after like the town theme. This one is the one that always attracted me also when I was a kid, because I had quite a few space sets. What I really don't like here is the third monorail of the three that have been released by Lego. The first one was the airport shuttle that I have. The second one was the Futura Monorail that I don't have, but I really like the design, and I think I could put my hands on it in the future. This one I really don't like it. I don't like the use of these base plates. I think the design doesn't appeal to me. The only good thing is that he had included the track switches that nowadays cost an arm and a leg, so I don't really know if I will ever be able to put my hands on a couple of these because they're so expensive. But yes, that's my personal opinion. Spirus, yes, was interesting. What used to be interesting was these turboboats to me, because it was a completely different design. You know, when you're so used to spaceships and trucks and airplanes, then you get to see something this different, like how robots and stuff. It was definitely something that got my attention back in the days. Ice Planet as well, beautiful team. I like what impressed me a lot was the color scheme of this team. Was like the translucent orange with the blue and white. Always caught my attention. I really liked it. So I'm gonna zoom in just, guys, to give you a quick. There was still a few sets as well from Space Police 2, still on sale. I would like to collect this one. I have this one at the moment that wasn't from my childhood. I just bought it 1 year ago on an auction for about £30. I want to collect these ones. I really like them. Like, you know, you just collect them, you put them on a shelf, as a display. I think they're nice. Here, model team. Model team was very nice. I like the design a lot. It was a mix between Technic and Lego system, but the good thing of this is the design was not as raw as the Lego Technic, but it was taking all the good from the Lego Town system to make them actually very nice, pretty sets with lots of details into it, and I really like that. Now we move to proper Technic stuff. Never been particularly interested in Technic. I had a very few Lego Technic sets when I was a kid, but not really my cup of tea. Just I just to see them like to be too difficult for me, honestly. So, you know, once you give me, when I was a kid, if you were giving me just very few bricks and a few wheels, I could build up the car or the truck. But then if it was coming about building like functions and stuff, I was just feeling it was too difficult for me. However, you know, it's just how brain works for different people. This car must be huge. I never saw this car for real, but you can just have a look at the seats to have a rough idea about how big the car is going to be. And huge crane here. You can see it's big set, probably with function. Let me see, pneumatic functions. Nothing electric here, I guess, but definitely interesting. If you were into mechanics as a kid, this would have been helpful. This was very good. I saw a review of this where they were trying to blend basic programming to Lego and mechanics, and this was very good. I think it's a very good concept because it stimulates people to start to move, you know, from mechanics to also programming, which in 1995 was about to explode. So I saw a review from Brickzar, I think, and it's very good stuff. This is type like concepts that I support a lot because they really stimulate ideas in people. That's the end of it. Last page, just the form to fill and send if you wanted to be part of the Lego Club. Once again, 1995, no email, no internet, so everything had to be done like in the old school way, where you were just filling this up with a pen, put everything into an envelope and then send it over, and it was going to take weeks and weeks for everything to arrive and then be sent and stuff like that. However, guys, thanks for your time. I hope you enjoyed the review. As I said, I did it because there's already some reviews on YouTube out there, like about different various years, but not 1994 and 1995, so I hope you enjoyed it. Please rate, comment and subscribe, because I'm planning to post some stuff also about easy application with Arduino on some trains layouts and stuff, so things that could interest a lot of people on see how much application Lego could have Lego could have also, like, moving out from the toy itself. Okay, cool guys, thank you very much for your time, and I'll see you later.